A lot of chatter about Spencer Rattler, and you knew it was going to happen as soon as he had one game where he had some turnovers. It was going to be, I need to see Tyler Shough. You got to see what you drafted. And again, I'm just telling you, 40th overall does not guarantee you anything. And you say, well, you got to know. You got to know. Well, he had a shot to win the job at a training camp, and he didn't do it. So I get the sentiment that you need to find out what you have, but you found out what you have so far in practice leading up to your decision to name Spencer Rattler the starting quarterback. And look, I understand what you're saying, like the season's lost, you might as well see. But I'll caution you, what is that telling Spencer Rattler? A guy that right now is 13th in the NFL in passing yards. He's got more passing yards. Now, he's got more than like Jordan Love, but Jordan Love's played one less game. He's got more in the same games played as Geno Smith. He's got more than Cam Ward, Tua Tagovailoa, Bryce Young. He's got more than C.J. Stroud. He's got more than Aaron Rodgers. He's got more than a lot of names that you would know. I mean, right now, I think you can make the argument he's playing better. Like Matt said, he's playing better than probably 3 of the 6 quarterbacks that got drafted in the first round that we talked so much about. I think he's playing better than Michael Penix right now. So,
go watch Penix play on Sunday. Time game on the line. Ball's in the dirt. Yeah. Ball's out of bounds. Ball's thrown over his head.
So my whole point is, if Spencer Rattler, who's completing 68% of his passes, 1,400 yards, like if you take him out right now, like what does that do to his development?
Right.
Because he could be your quarterback of the future.
Right.
So if you take him out right now, you put Tyler Shough in for 4 games. That's 4 games that Spencer Rattler does not get to continue to develop what he's done so far this year. And you could look around the NFL right now, and I think just without question, there's 8 spots where he would be the starting quarterback for other teams. And I heard yesterday he's basically a backup quarterback in the NFL, which is just so incredibly false and just not the truth. It's just not the truth. You talk to NFL scouts, and you talk to Drew Fabianich, who runs the Senior Bowl. He was a scout in the NFL for decades. And I'm like, hey, I keep hearing this. Are my eyes telling me a lie? He goes, no. There's circles in the NFL right now, and that's the conversation about Spencer Rattler and the level of play he has right now. So what do you do? Because I think if you sit him because you want to see what you have in Tyler Shough, doesn't that hurt his development of not having the 4 games or however many you take him out for?
Yeah, and I think that, to give, credence to people's concern and, the voice. So, it's not just a couple people saying it. I've been getting, just absolutely blown up on Twitter since the game because I've been out there, trying to put out those flames and people, conversations, why would you want to do that? So, now, to give credence to that, at a certain point, if you only have 1 win and it's at the end of the season, we're talking about the end, back half of December, and you want to get some people some extra playing time. I think at that point it's fine. But we're sitting here in mid-October, and you got a quarterback that is, I'm going to call it his first real year as being a starter. Last year, let's take that out. His first top 4 pass catchers or 5 pass catchers are on absolute in shambles. So this is a kid that is shown that he can make every throw. He can make the read. He can execute an offense. He goes out in a sloppy game that was wet ball, raining, muddy field, and doesn't have his best game. He has 3 interceptions, 1 fumble.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks fumble on sacks all the time, right? So it's just a shame that in this situation where you do have a guy behind him that's young, albeit a year older than Rattler, he is a 2nd-round draft pick, and everybody just wants to see. So Rattler basically has to play perfect, better than 25 quarterbacks out there in the NFL that are starting for them to shut up. But then you have 1 bad game. And I'm not even going to say, as a whole is bad. It's bad because of the picks, but you look at the picks. His first one, bad throw. Okay? See bad throws all over the place. It was a bad throw. It's unexcusable. There's no excuse for it. He would say, my God, that was terrible. Second one, pushes the ball down the field, points, Safety makes a play because he points. That's a thing. That's something to learn from right there.
Yeah.
He was open.
Just
Once
throw
he
it.
pointed, if
Yeah.
he threw a little split second earlier, he gets it there. It ends up, I think it was second down. You don't want to throw that pick, but at the end of the day, it becomes about a 50-yard punt.
Yeah.
So, like, that's how we would always look at it in the quarterback room. Like, yeah, I don't want you to do that. We lost the ball. You know, I don't know what would have happened on third down, but let's throw it away and see what happens. But you know what? It's not the end of the world because it's bad on the stat sheet because you get an extra pick, but it turns out to be a 45, 50-yard punt. They get it backed up anyway. So yeah, we live with it. We move on. Let's wash that one. Let's improve from it. The third pick, fourth down. Like, who knows? Like, it was
Two-man route.
Two-man route. It was you see that play all the time. Kamara kind of, I thought, bailed to the flat too early. Didn't give any presence of a play action fake.
He got
before
knocked
went.
down. Yeah.
He got knocked down. So you got to throw it. I mean, it looks bad, but what are you going to do? It's fourth down. You can't take a sack. You got to try something. So not making excuses. Certainly, he's done a great job of protecting the football.
Yeah.
That's why none of these haters could say anything because he has protected the football and look efficient. But like you said,
as soon as he did.
you talk to people in the NFL, this guy's a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'm not saying he's a top 5, top 10 quarterback.
Yeah.
At least right now.
I mean,
But like, come on,
he's starting in Miami. He's starting for the Jets.
he's starting for the Houston
He's starting
Texans.
in Cleveland, Tennessee, Vegas. Anybody else? Any other top ones like kind of come?
I mean,
Carolina, probably
Arizona
playing. Arizona.
Like I'm done with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't know. So my whole point is, I get what you're saying, wanting to see what you drafted. I get it. But my point is, like, 40th overall doesn't guarantee you anything. 14th overall, it does. Now, if you do this, which it does seem like it is inevitable, at some point it will happen. If you do this, you just have to know that it is going to change the growth of Spencer Rattler.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Spencer Rattler is somebody you can grow with. Now, Tyler Shough might be really, really good. He might. But, again, Spencer Rattler beat him out in camp. I don't care if it was close. I don't care if it was by a mile. A second-year quarterback that you drafted in the 5th round beat out a quarterback that you drafted just a year later in the 2nd round. It's not like you went with Spencer Rattler because he was a 7th-year guy and you wanted a vet in there. He was a 2nd-year guy that only had a handful of starts under his belt, and he beat out Tyler Shough. So when you say you got to see what you have in Tyler Shough, they saw enough from both to make the decision to go with Rattler out of camp.
I'm looking at the chat right now. Yoda in the chat says Rattler's ceiling is very low. He's not a franchise QB. What do you mean the ceiling's not low? He's accurate. He's got a big, strong arm. He's accurate down the field. He manages the game very well, goes to his reads. He can move. He can run. He can scramble. I don't understand the comments of people saying his ceiling is low. He's got all the athleticism. He's got the arm. He's got the accuracy. He's had some issues. Like he's thrown some inaccurate passes. But watch the entire NFL. Nobody makes perfect throws every time. I don't understand this is not a knock against Shough. We hadn't seen him, like, might be great.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like what I'm saying is the starting quarterback right now should not be benched.
No.
For any reason right now in the season. Now, if you still have one loss and whatever later in the season, that's the time to have the conversation. But I'm so sick and tired of people saying his ceiling's low. Why?
Yeah.
Why
he
is his ceiling
he
low?
was somebody that at one point in his career before, like, Caleb Williams beat him out, and he did. And Caleb Williams, #1 overall pick. Like, he was thought of as somebody that had first-round talent. Go back, and you can pull up article after article after article of what his talent is. Now, talent doesn't always translate to everything.
Yeah.
But like Matt said, he's doing the things that you have to do as far as his reads and his throws and the tight windows and controlling the offense. So talent's not it. Just because he's not 6'5", you don't have to be 6'5" to thrive at quarterback anymore. That's like 1998 stuff.
Guess what? You got to be accurate passer down the field. You have to make good decisions. You got to have a little athleticism to you. Check, check, check. We got it. Why is this ceiling low? And I got another question. Do we feel good enough about Rattler to not take the first round QB in next year's draft? Yeah. Why don't you draft some people that can make a play when you throw the ball? Why don't you draft some people that can help you not give up 6.5 yards per carry to running backs?
Yeah, if I'm the Saints with this quarterback class after what I've seen in this college football season, if I do in fact get the #1 pick, man, oh man, I'm trading that thing for 4, 5, 6 picks.
God.
Your roster right now needs so much more than one player. We're also a part of the conversation that we're not having is Spencer Rattler is playing with a roster that ESPN.com had as the 32nd ranked roster in the NFL. That's what he's in charge of right now. So again, I understand you wanting to see your second round quarterback, but if you do it, just know that you are throwing a wrench in the development of your quarterback that's playing well enough to be the starter in multiple places in the NFL, and I think can continue to get better as well.